Well, if you've ever needed one, you know how much you need a portable power station. That's why we're taking a look at one today from Vevor. Welcome back, I'm Tony, and if you follow this channel, you know that I love all things electronics, man. I'm just a big geek, right? Anything that's tech. Well, when it comes to power, you gotta have power, right? Especially if you've got all that tech. Hurricane Idalia just came up through Florida, and we're on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. We didn't get the hurricane, but we did get the tropical storm. No power outages this time, but I was prepared. I've got a few of these power stations around here, so I've got a good read on them. And I recently discovered the Vevor, I'm not even sure if I'm saying it right, but the Vevor website. It's kind of like a Harbor Freight, but they've got more diversity in their stuff. And their basic premise with the website is tough tools, half price. Now, they're not always exactly half price, but I found that the prices on the website are really good. I've bought some items from there. I've got a little Dremel tool that maybe I'll review that. And I also bought the car refrigerator is what they call it, but you know, it's a portable refrigerator slash cooler. And that thing it's actually really good for the price. I was looking at them and they were around $800. I saw this one for $269 with wheels and a dual zone and everything. I was like, yeah, let's try it out. Turns out it was really good. So thought I'd give them a shot with their power station. Now, this is the only one that's on their website right now. I don't know if they're going to have more of them. It's currently on clearance, so it's like $269, which is actually what I paid for the cooler that I've got. But as soon as you register on their website, you know, set up an account, you're going to get a discount. So I think it's down to like $259 or something like that, which is pretty good for a 300-watt power station. However, I've got most of mine are around 600 watts and can handle a lot more. This one has a nice color display on it. It's got plenty of outputs on it, and it's got a light on there and a couple of different ways to input to charge it. So let's take a look at the website and specs real quick, then we'll show you what's inside the box, and I'll give it a little run through for you, and then I'll give you all my thoughts at the end of that. So again, this is the Vevor Portable Power Station Solar Generator, 296 watt hours, 300 watt backup lithium battery. Now that's something I want to mention right off the bat. This is not a LiFePO, which that's just my easiest way of saying that, which a lot of these power stations use in them. Supposed to be a more reliable battery than a lithium ion battery, and they're supposed to have more charge cycle times. There are still some that are using lithium ion batteries, and absolutely nothing wrong with those. It's just the LiFePO is a little bit better. Again, this is not a $600 power station either. So they're giving a couple of different examples here for outdoor power, CPAP 40 watts, you're gonna get 6.6 hours, iPhone 12 hours of charging, tablet PC 12 hours of charging, drone 10 times you'd charge that, and 20 times you could charge your camera. And I do wanna point out that this is pass-through charging, so you can charge this while charging your other devices from it, which is great because you could plug this thing into a solar panel, have that charging it while you're still charging or using it for your other devices. I will just tell you that you don't want to leave this thing directly in the sun. If I'm using it outside, like at the beach or something like that, I'll cover it with a t-shirt and just make sure I do not cover, you know, a white t-shirt, and just don't cover where the fan is. So for home backup, they're saying emergency power supply for any situation. LED lamp, you get 19 hours, 3.8 hours from an LCD TV at 70 watts, 50 watt electric fan, 6 hours, laptop 65 watts, 4.6 hours, and they have a milk warmer on here, I guess if for your children, between 7.4 hours and 2.9 hours. And then for use in your vehicle, car refrigerator, they're saying a 60 watt car refrigerator, which the one that I have is a 60 watt, 5 hours, and a car air purifier, okay, 8.5 hours. They say larger battery capacity, it's 296 watt hours. Single cell capacity is 2,900 milliamp hours. So this is comprised of lithium ion cells. So I'm assuming that means that they're saying one of those cells is the 2,900 milliamp hours. And they're saying 3,000 plus cycles for a longer lifespan. I can't comment on that because I haven't used it that long. It has an auto sleep mode, so low power output. If it's below 2 watts, it's going to automatically shut off within 1 hour. So that's good because that keeps it from burning up your battery power when there's really no need to. LCD display, man, this display has a lot of information. I'll leave this up here on the screen for a second if you want to look through that, but it is it's pretty extensive. And then it is 7 pounds, portable and lightweight. 3 ways to charge this thing. You can either charge it from your car, you can charge it from a USB-C with the PD100, and you can charge it using the power block that came with it. And you can also combine the power block with the USB-C to get even faster charge, which to me, when I plug both of those in, I feel like I'm getting 30 to 40% faster charge. So keeping in mind that this is kind of a budget power station, is it any good? I'm gonna say it is pretty good, but let's go ahead and show you what's inside the box. We'll run through a little bit of demo stuff, and then I'll give you my final impression. So let's take a look at this thing. It's pretty small. It's about the size of maybe like a car battery, a lunchbox or something like that, which can be good because sometimes you just don't have room for a giant power station, you know? It does have plenty of connections on it. It's 300 watts, so, you know, don't expect this thing to run your home refrigerator or anything that's over 300 watts because it just won't do it. Well, let's go ahead and turn this on. And we're at 99 hours, 100% battery. I did just charge this yesterday. We'll see that the output is 0 watts right now because nothing is plugged into it. Oh, sorry about that. It's got a really nice display on it. That is one of the big things to this right here. So sometimes they just have a cheapo display. This has got a nice full color display and it shows you everything that is turned on. So I just turned on the USB. You can see that by hitting that button right there. You'll see USB and Type-C are lit up on the screen. I turned it off. We can turn on the AC and now you'll see that it has AC on here. And these are your 2 AC outlets on here. 300 watt max between the 2 of them, okay? It is a pure sine wave, so that's good. You've got DC over here, so if you're running something, I've got a couple of guitar pedals that would run off of DC, well, you could use it for that. And your input is right here with DC. Now you've got 2 3.0 USBs right here and 2 USB-Cs. The one that's on the top, though, is an in and out PD 100 watt. So if you're plugged in with this charging input that comes with this, and then you plug this in, you're gonna get, oh, it's almost double the amount of power input. Oh, look, there's a little screen thing I can pull off of there. Oh, I always like that. There's some satisfaction in doing that for some reason. It does have an auto turn off if there's no output to it, or if the output to it is 2 watts or less. Then it goes into an auto sleep mode. That's if something's plugged in here and it's only drawing 2 watts or less. After 1 hour, it'll turn itself off. But if you just turn it on and don't use it for a few minutes, it'll turn itself off. That's just to preserve the batteries. It's not a massive power block, but this is the block that comes with it. So if you wanted to get the fastest charging possible, you'd plug that in right there. And then you would plug in a USB-C that's plugged into the wall, and you would be getting the maximum amount of input. If you're going to do solar, this does not have the standard solar connector. You're going to have to use one of these types of inputs. And just to give you an example of charging something like an iPad, I'm going to plug into that. We're going to turn on the USB, and we'll see that USB Type-C and regular USB are activated. And we're going to plug it into this iPad, which I'm up on the Vevor website right now. I think that's how you pronounce it. Nobody's ever corrected me, so that is plugged in now. And we can see that it instantly starts to tell me that we have 13 watts output right now, which is really good. And it fluctuates a little bit, you know, and it's dynamic. So, wow, okay, up to 27 watts now. And that is what that says, PD 27 watt right there underneath it. Hope you can see that. But what I was saying is that this is dynamic, this number right here. It's either going to be hours or minutes. It'll tell you how many hours are left in the battery based on what the wattage output is. So it's pretty intuitive. Of course, over here is your car output. So if you wanted to use your car accessories, you know, you could do that, like your car fridge. They usually come with one of those outputs. Whatever's going to use DC, you can use over there. So it's pretty well rounded. And last, over here, you've got your light, and one click on here is going to be that brightness. It gets brighter and brighter. And then that is SOS. And then we've got a strobe as well. And then off. Okay, let's do a little demo with this Vevor car refrigerator, or portable cooler refrigerator type thing, whatever you want to call it. I use this to go to the beach and stuff, and I think it's great. So we're just going to plug it straight in like that. And then we're going to turn on the AC. So that's on. Now we're going to turn on the cooler. The cooler just turned itself on. Oh, sorry, the cooler just registered that it was turned on, or that it was plugged in. Now it's turned on, and the cooler says that it's drawing 14.3 volts. Let's go ahead and take a look at this now. Okay, so this says we have 6 hours left on this battery. It's drawing 48 watts. This is a 60 watt cooler, so it could draw up to 60 watts, but yeah, it's saying up to 6 hours. The website, I think it says 5 or 6 hours. In my personal experience using this out in the sun, maybe at the pool or at the beach, you're going to get a little bit less because there's a lot of heat out there. So I think I got about 4 hours on this battery from fully charged using this cooler. Now, of course, it's currently in the process of cooling down this cooler, but like I said, 14.3 volts. that's pretty steady, and it seems to be working great. If you'd like to watch a review on this, I actually do have a review on the channel. You can watch it popping up at this link right here. Now you can plug more than one device into this at a time. You can fill all those ports if you want to, but you know, that's gonna draw down your power a lot faster. It's gonna discharge the battery a lot faster, and you can only output a maximum of 300 watts from this at a time. As power stations go, this one is small, it's lightweight, it does the job. You can fit this thing into areas that some of my other power stations can't fit into. And while I really wouldn't use this one to charge my electric skateboards and electric bikes, it's perfect for something like the electric cooler, for your lights, for your fans, and that kind of thing. Because when the power goes out here, my wife and I have 3 fans in the bedroom. I got to have all 3 of those things going, or I can't sleep. And maybe throw on the TV and the DVR so that I can watch some stuff. Yeah, you can definitely do that with one of these. Of course, there's only 2 AC plugs, so maybe 2 fans, unless you've got a USB fan. I think you get the point. For me, having a few of these things around definitely gives me some versatility. And this one, well, this adds to the versatility with its size and its capabilities. And again, it's really quite small. Pretty sure most of this stuff is made in China, as a lot of stuff is nowadays, but the website is out of the US and they ship from the US. So their customer service is also from the US. I think that's pretty great. This does have a 1-year warranty on it. So if anything goes bad with it, well, you should be able to get some warranty service. And they've been really good so far. And the shipping is fast, got to me within a couple of days. Look, if you're into camping, hiking, if you like to do things outdoors, like go to the beach and that type of thing, having one of these things is great, and finding one at a great price is also great. Oh, I did plug this into both a RockPals and an AllPowers 100-watt solar panel. It worked just fine with that. And for me, sometimes I just go ahead and charge these things up with a solar panel and use them for stuff that I have around the house. If I want to charge up my devices and things like that, it's just another way for me just to go a little bit more. I'm not goal zero or anything like that, but hey, if I can get free power from the sun, why not? So it'd be a good idea to pick up a solar panel if you got something like this as well. And of course, I do have a few reviews here on the channel if you haven't checked them out. I'm gonna put a link down in the description to this particular power station. Like I said, it's on clearance. Don't know how long it'll be in stock, but it is in stock in the US and ready to ship. And if you're interested in that cooler, I'll put a link down there for that as well. So that's a nice little power station from Vevor, and I've been pleased with everything that I bought from their website so far. Hey, I wanna thank you so much for your support here on the channel. It's been around since 2013. Over the last couple of years, I've been including even more of my passions, my geekery, right? Because I just love all things tech. So if you haven't checked out the other content on the channel, please do. Got electric skateboards, electric bikes, electric scooters, electric guitars, everything electric pretty much, right? So I'd appreciate it if you do that. I do have a thanks button down there if you'd like to click that and donate to the channel monetarily. It's not expensive to run these channels, I can tell you that. But the easiest way to support me is if you like what you see, give this video a like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that red subscribe button down there and the notification bell. You'll get notifications when I upload new videos. Well, thank you so much once again for your support. It's very humbling to me and I appreciate you. That's gonna do it for this episode. We'll catch you next time on the Vapor Trail channel.